Comedian Gary Owens, y'all. Oh my God, y'all. Let's pray for his beautiful wife, honey, Miss Owens, y'all. Now they're saying, y'all, that comedian Gary Owens, honey, he put Delta on blast, honey, for what they did to his wonderful wife. Here's what went down.
So this morning, my wife and daughter were flying from Cincinnati, Ohio to San Francisco, California on Delta, 7:20 a.m., gate B21. So they tell everybody to line up for first. So my wife gets in line, and the guy working the gate at B21 Cincinnati Airport asked my wife, "Oh, are you in first?" And my wife said, "Yeah, I am." And then my wife said, "Are you not going to ask the guy behind me?" And he goes, "No." My wife said, "Why?" He said, "Because I don't feel like it." Now my wife's a black lady. The guy behind her was a white dude. And the ticket agent was a white dude. But he asked the black lady, "Are you in first?" But not the white dude. So Delta, I have almost 3 million miles with you. When you see this lady, that's my wife. She flies first.
Gary Owens is absolutely correct.
I remember you saying
They do it to me all the time. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, Gary Owens, you're absolutely right. They ask to see my ticket when I'm sitting in first class. And then when I walk in the first class line to check in, and the lady said, "This is the first class line." I said, "I read very well, ma'am. I have a degree in English, secondary education, Alabama State University. I read very well. I can't articulate it and pronounce it right when I read these damn commercials on this radio show. Mm-hmm. But I can read first class for sure." Okay. You know, and he absolutely right. And Delta they do that.
All the airlines do us, though, because American do the same thing. American do us bad.
American is the worst.
American acts you in your seat.
Like I have to fly Delta because it's convenient and it's just easy to get to where you're going.
Yeah.
Because I travel for a living. But the only place I've never been disrespected was on Southwest Airlines.
Right.
And that's just the truth.
No, they profile. They do. And, you know, like my husband, he wears a suit everywhere we go. And I'm often in jogging suits and tie-dye. And they just assume because of the way I look that I must be low class. It's horrible. And my husband, by the way, is the one in coach. And I'm the one in first class. But they giving him priority.
You will not put counsel in coach.
No, Mike is so regular.
In-house counsel.
In-house counsel. Mike's so regular, especially when he ran for mayor. He's like, "Look, I'm a man of the people. I'm sitting where my people at." Like, he is happy to sit in coach. I, on the other hand, would like a cocktail in the air before we go. But they discriminate. As soon as they see me, they ask me, "Where's my ticket?"
Oh, yeah.
Even if you're in your seat, they'll come and ask you, "You have your ticket?"
You can tell when you get on the plane, they look at you, they be almost irritated that you're getting on the plane.
You see how they ever go around you, Ricky? You standing there and they literally walk around you like you're not there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lord. Oh yeah. You talking about entitled? Oh man. And then I'm always the nicest, the one that's nicer to the flight attendant. The other white men sitting up there very dismissive of the flight attendant.
Ooh, you better preach.
They're very chauvinistic. It's like they never make eye contact with the flight attendant. They never say thank you for the drink, thank you for the pretzels, thank you for the peanuts. How are you? Every single flight I board, I look at the flight attendant and say, "How are you today? Hey, hope you have a good day." Then I always shake the pilot's hand. "Thank you for the flight." Common sense, common courtesy, just trying to be, a decent man and trying to make sure that somebody else's day is okay. Mm-hmm. But I promise you, I get discriminated against on Delta Airlines, on the regular and American. Mm-hmm. But I got to get to these gigs though.
Yeah, the color today, y'all, is Martha's Vineyard, honey. On the high, you say Martha's Vineyard. On the low, you say Beautiful Burger. And I'm sorry, y'all, that y'all discriminated against. So maybe y'all just should.
As a matter of fact, we don't even have to do paternity test Tuesday up next. If there's anybody out there, because I really want people from Delta Airline and American Airline to hear this conversation, where you can know what's going on with your company. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not afraid. It's time.
It's so true, Ricky. It's so true.
It's time to have these conversations. You understand what I'm saying? Flying to me is like riding a school bus to school every day. I got to get on a plane tomorrow.
Platinum medallion member. They still
understand?
do it.
Yes. Absolutely. And you sit up there and wait. I wish somebody from Delta Airline would call up here or know somebody on the board. We would love to have them on the show to sit down and have an intelligent conversation. We would love to have any board member of American Airlines to come on the show and sit down and let's have a conversation, because there are good people that work for Delta and American Airlines, but we want you to know that black people are being discriminated against. And just because we're not white or don't have on the shirt and tie, we're asked to see our tickets when we sit in first class. I have had countless of bad experiences. So I would love to have that conversation. If you had that experience, you can call up 8669-RICKY. We can have that conversation. But I want to be fair. I would love for anybody to represent each airline to call up 866-9-RICKEY and let's have a conversation. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Always funny and always lit.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Listen, this segment's being brought to you by TV One. That's right, man. It's happening. Hey, I hope you're ready for the D.L. Hughley Show. TV One was brave enough to give D.L. Hughley a platform, airing tonight at 11 o'clock. Hey, he's talking politics, sports, entertainment, news, gay, straight, religious, heathens. Nobody is above his jokes or perspective. Nobody. So make sure y'all check out the D.L. Hughley Show tonight only on TV One. All right, let me be clear about something else. My greatest experience with Delta Airline is, and I need y'all to call me, is the gate agents and some of the African American flight attendants on those flights.
Uh-huh.
Now let me be very clear, especially the men flight attendant, the men and women gate agents, the sisters flight attendants treat you with more love and utmost respect. I want to shout out to y'all for taking care of your folks when we on these flights. But it needs to be a real conversation about how we treated by other races with this particular company. But let me be very clear. The black folks that work at Delta Airline, especially the gate agents, they be so nice when you walk up there. How you doing, Mr. Smiley? Have a great flight. Or the flight attendants or whatever. I absolutely love them with all my heart, and they are very nice. And I've given them tickets to show that they had a layover and they were staying overnight or whatever. I say, I'm performing tonight. Call this number right here. Come on out and let's have a good time. I've hung out with a whole lot of them. As a matter of fact, my ex-wife is a flight attendant for Delta or whatever. And all of them, the flight attendants and gate agents and the people that work out there with the bags, that I run into and met when you have to check your bag at the gate. Very, very, very nice. And the ones in customer service. I just want to put that on record, be clear. But what I'm saying is it needs to be some kind of training.
Yep.
Racial sensitivity courses. And all of them need to go to the King Center in the Civil Rights Museum in Birmingham. I'm serious. I'm serious. Because when they understand what people went through, or whatever, they have a little bit more sensitivity of how they treat people.
Yeah.
You understand? Because all black people ain't broke.
And you never know what somebody going through.
Yeah, it's black people that can afford to fly first class.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the people that sit next to you, why you need to know what I do? What you do? About that. I turn around and ask them, what you do? Not do you do, what you do. One word. What you do. Why you asking me what I do and worried about me? You understand? Just so curious that you had a nerve to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. And I said, then I lie. I say, I practice law. I say, I'm an attorney. Where do you practice? I say, oh, hey. I'm sleepy.
Too personal.
Yeah, I'm sleepy. So I can't keep lying about that. It's out of my jurisdiction.
That's okay. We got in-house counsel over here.
Right. All right, y'all, taking your phone calls. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. John, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing?
Hey, we doing good this morning. You calling from a major airline?
Yeah, I work for a major airline here in Atlanta. And I was just, driving and listening to what y'all saying. I just want to let y'all know, man, we go through the same things as y'all. It's just how it is for y'all. It's just like that for us. Being African American or, any race but African American, they treat us the same way. We go to HR, they try to, say, oh, it was just a joke. Nah, it's the same thing. Even when we get on the flights, and because we fly for free or whatever, and they treat us the same way. Until they see that we work there, like, oh, yeah. But before that, nah, they treat us the same way.
And you know what else I noticed about Delta? I'm not saying that you work for Delta. They have Fox News, but they don't have MSNBC. Anybody notice that?
That's not Delta's fault though. That's the affiliation with the cable company.
They got CNN.
That's like DirecTV versus, you know what I'm saying?
No, DirecTV has MSNBC.
Okay,
it's on the screen right now.
I'm trying to,
I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm just saying, you know, you pay attention to all the little signs or whatever. You go to these hotels or whatever, in some of these hotels, you know, like you go to the W, they have Fox, but they don't have MSNBC. And then some airports got, especially when you go in like Little Rock, Arkansas airport, all the TVs on Fox News.
Mm-hmm. Like they have it
Birmingham Airport, all the TVs on Fox News. The hospital I was in right there on 280, all the TVs on Fox News. What's the new hospital right there on 280? The big hospital. All the damn TVs on Fox News. Not at UAB because too many black folks work there. I'm sure they ain't having it. But I promise you, it's crazy, you know. And we're gonna start having some discussions about racism and all of that stuff, man, because it's real. And I know we're supposed to be doing paternity test Tuesday, but see, with stuff like that, it has an effect on me and it has an effect on other people. It ain't about me. It needs to be a conversation. Can't sit up here and laugh people through their problems. Let's do paternity test Tuesday. You know, the folks pull it out their hair. No. Don't talk about it. They might spend, okay. You know, we want, that's why I invited the advertisers to call in. Not the advertisers, but Delta or anybody that represents the airline to call in so we can have an open conversation about it. We ain't airline bashing. Yeah. We're talking about our personal experiences.
And it's crazy that a guy who actually works for the airline would have these same experiences that we as passengers have too.
And that's called confirmation. We ain't crazy.
Yeah.
We're not crazy.
Which is why I think, Rick, when we go to the airport, like, you know, in Atlanta or in other cities, and we notice that the people that look like us, I call them friendlies, are super nice to us because I think they know what we go through with their coworkers. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why they look, hello, Mrs. Sterling, can I get you something to drink? I think it's because they know it.
I get it, Eva. All right, more conversation about this on the other side because I want you to finish that. Coming up, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All of this stuff started out, Gary Owens, comedian Gary Owens' wife was discriminated against, and I'm definitely against discrimination, and I'm against anybody, being mistreated, especially, they pay their money for, a service and to be treated like a second-class citizen. We have to always remember and honor everything that Dr. King fought and stood for. He didn't go through all of that stuff and gave his life just where we could still go out here and be okay with being discriminated against. Some of us minds so messed up, we just be glad to have somebody from another race speak to us, and we just be shocked that they like there's a certain mindset. You deserve respect. Everybody deserve respect. We have Crystal on the phone. Crystal, good morning.
How are y'all?
Hey, we good this morning.
Good.
What do you think of this conversation?
Okay, I think that it is needed. I do work for an airline, and what I've observed is the people that's doing it are the people of the other races have been with the airline like 30, almost 40 years. So they stuck back in that mindset of back then. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And where I work at, it's the morning people because they have the more seniority. So it's the morning people. And but I work in the evening. I ain't got no seniority. So I work in the evening. The evening people, even the way we're treated, they could come out with a rule. And the morning people, they'd be like, I'm not doing that. But the night people, the managers is like on us.
Wow.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, and at night, it's more of us than them. But in the morning, it's them.
Mm.
And I watch them treat not only just passengers and other employees, I see them treat the people cleaning up different, nasty, no respect. And you're right. This needs to be talked about. And if I can say for my airline, they do send us to ethics classes and about how to treat other races.
Right.
And I tell them when I go to that class, I say, I don't know why you're talking to me. I do what I'm supposed to do. I treat people right. But and I tell them straight up, that crew in the morning, the little dinosaurs that probably need to retire or been there too long or still stuck in that mentality of back in the day.
Right.
That don't even feel like we should be flying. Yeah.
And
they need to be either addressed or fired.
And that's why I want to tell everybody that you walk up to that counter. I want you to walk up to that counter from now on with your back straight and your head up and have confidence, which they would definitely call you arrogant. It's not arrogant. It's confidence. It's the difference between confidence and arrogant. And if I put my license in your hand, do not slam my license back down on the counter. You put it back in my hand like I gave it to you. I demand respect. And I've been like, it ain't got nothing to do with being famous or preferential treatment of a celebrity. I was like that when I was working at Foot Locker. I ain't never played no games. Never. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, ma'am.
On the flip side, the older generation that ain't used to us being up there, they just as nasty too.
Uh-huh.
And they expect us to act right, to be respectful.
You talking about black folks?
Black, white.
Oh, let me tell you. I done seen some black folks treat other black folks bad, and they coon like hell when somebody white walk up to that counter. And that burned me up, and they turn into Samuel L. Jackson on Django.
A lady to tell me when I was taking her in a wheelchair, I went down to get her. She said to me, I don't want this coon taking me. And you know what I did? I left her right where she was in the jet bridge.
Yeah. I was trying to help a lady up the ramp in a wheelchair. She was scared I was going to steal her purse. Oh. But if I would have let the wheelchair go, it was on a ramp.
She would have rolled it.
So
let it go. Let it go.
I did. I let that wheelchair go. Eva, that wheelchair went down that ramp backwards, and when it got to the bottom, it spent round so damn fast, her hair was disheveled.
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 You should have let it go and ask for forgiveness later.
God understand. I think he understand. But I just want to encourage everybody: if you've been discriminated against or whatever, you need to start videotaping this stuff, and you need to start having evidence. You need to document. You need to write the company and let these airlines know, because if we're going to spend, because the airport is half and half. You walk down Jackson Hartfield Airport, everybody got to go through that airport if you're trying to get to where you're going anywhere in the United States. That's one of the hubs. Dallas is one of the hubs for American. And Cincinnati is another hub for Delta. And New York is another hub for Delta. So when you going through those airports or whatever, it's half and half. It's half black. I'm talking about especially Atlanta airport. So you got to demand respect. And you need to write in or find out who's on the board. And I would love to have anybody, if you know anybody that work in management or on the board of Delta Airlines, we would love to have them on to have a respectful conversation, because we would love to continue to do business with them to make sure that all customers, black and white, is treated with respect and treated fairly. And they might need to take some. I would be glad to come to Delta Airlines and speak to some of the dinosaurs. I would love to. I would love to, because it's a bad experience, and it definitely has an effect on me. It ruins my day when it happens to me, and it happens often. Often. But I just don't play no games. I just found a way to shut it down without getting kicked off the flight or whatever, and I demand respect, and I don't take service from her afterwards. I go to the back and get my Sprite or anything else I want to get, and I ignore her for the rest of the flight. But I embarrass her. And make their face turn red. I said, no. I said, when they say, I need to see your ticket, I said, sure, you can see my ticket. When you check all the white people sitting up your ticket, you can see mine. And I think you're racist.
Oh, and they quit then.
Oh, I say it right there loud. I put it on the spot because I'm a comedian.
Right.
See, I'm trained to embarrass.
Right.
See, you want to embarrass me and make me feel bad, I'm going to make you look at yourself. And when I say that, they go up in that little booth and their face turn red and they be about to cry because I embarrass them so bad. And I'm so brutal and so sharp with it or whatever. And then I sit back and enjoy the rest of my flight. And then watching you be in front. But the thing about it is, I bet she won't ask nobody else that, because I made it a bad experience for her.
Yeah.
When you asked me to see my ticket. So I bet you will think twice. And if more people stood up for themselves and stopped taking it, they will think twice before they mistreat the next person.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't tell me to calm down. the other black will come. No.
Because sometimes, Rick, you don't really know, what someone else is going through. We fly a lot, but I've been on an airplane often or at the airport, and I've met someone that's going to bury their grandmother that's never flown on an airplane before, or a guy whose, son is graduating from college. He's the first person to ever graduate from college, first time on an airplane. So you don't know someone's story. Everybody's not a frequent flyer. You have to treat people with respect. This might be an experience of a lifetime.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And a lot of people have to fly because they have to work.
Yeah.
And you just can't fly one airline all the time. You have to use all of them, whatever's convenient for you.
Yeah, some people have saved up their hard-earned money. They've saved up for a year to take this flight, to go to a family reunion, or you know what I mean? Or go down to the Essence Festival or something.
Even a funeral. You don't know what people dealing with. Sit up there, you got to go bury your mama, and then you get discriminated against. You already traumatized.
Right.
So we're just going to talk about stuff that's real. I apologize. The show went left today. But,
it's right on track, Rick.
It had an effect on me. I know how Gary Owens felt. Mm-hmm. I know how he felt, and we got his back on that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, we demand respect. We work hard. We ain't out here selling dope. We ain't out here doing nothing wrong.
Right.
But that goes in that the president of the United States got people feeling comfortable enough to do stuff like this.
And the dope man is now considered an entrepreneur, so we're not even mad at him no more.
Either by
I'm just saying.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.